Hi everyone, thanks for joining me for today's video. My name is David. This channel is Damar's Coaching. This is another video about borderline personality disorder. I've made many, and I have a playlist of them if you would like to watch more of them. Today, I'm going to go over a few diagnostic criteria for this disorder. And first, I always want to say that this is a very serious mental illness, and we need to treat it as such. My videos are to help people around the people that have these disorders that I talk about, to help you better understand how to cope and how to navigate, how to heal. Okay? So today I'm going to talk about one part I'm going to speak about is emotional instability. And the psychological term is affective dysregulation, which is disturbed patterns of thinking or perception, cognitive distortions or perceptual distortions. This can lead to also delusional thinking. And I'm also going to speak about impulsivity, which is associated with undesirable outcomes rather than desirable outcomes. Imagine being impulsive and not thinking things through and boom, 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 making huge mistakes, self-sabotaging. Borderlines can't regulate their emotions. They can't reassure themselves and calm themselves and things like this. They get too excited. New relationships are exciting, and it takes their mind off negative thinking. Okay? These are releasing feel-good hormones for them. This is a good thing when we've suffered through trauma like they have for most of their life. This beginning of the period we call the honeymoon phase. Yeah? And that's when things were great, fun, exciting. They were sweet, nice, caring, loving. Yeah? And they're idealizing you. We go through this stage of idealize, devalue, but they're idealizing you in the beginning, and they're seeking enmeshment quickly to fill their void. Okay? This is when attachment styles take place, when we attach to somebody. Okay? We all have attachment styles. Borderlines tend to be two specifically. They could be others, you know. It depends on their anxiety. It depends on their avoidance type behaviors, but they might either have like an anxious, preoccupied attachment style or the fearful, avoidant. Okay, so when they start attaching, this kicks in. Okay, these kick in. Attachment styles set and triggers reactions for them, and they may either become avoidant and push you away. People who have avoidant attachment styles still seek attachment. This is very, especially for them, very subconscious. They're not aware that this is happening, but they seek attachment, and then as they attach, they're avoidant and push you away. Okay, that's one typical type of borderline. This may even be could be a quiet borderline. Then the other that forms the anxious attachment style will pull closer. Remember that they're not healed from trauma. Okay, these are all traumatic reactions. And then don't forget, their cognitive and perceptual, their cognition and perception is distorted. Okay, and so this really takes over as the stress from attachment starts to set in. See, personality disorders are usually seen, their behaviors are mostly seen in relationships over time. Relationships are stressful, especially for them. And this is when the behaviors surface, okay? Accusations, guys, yeah? Accusations. Paranoid accusations, possibly. You're leaving me. You're cheating on me, yeah? You're abusive. You're abusing me. You're a narcissist. So common, these accusations. They will need constant reassurance. Constant. You're just constantly trying to reassure. No, I'm not going to leave you. No, I'm not. And these are things that they see that doesn't have to be happening. They perceive it this way, distorted. How many of you have known a borderline that you have to just sit there and reassure them you're not going to cheat on them when you have no intent to cheat on them, or you're not leaving them and you have no intent to leave on them? Why? And then you wonder, what am I doing? You're asking, what am I doing to this? Something very good with borderline, if you're going to deal with them, is not take accountability for how they feel. Take accountability only for your actions. Okay? So when they accuse you of something, I want specific example of what I did that made you feel that way. And when we start getting to, well, I don't know, it's just you're this, just you're that. No. Nope. That's your problem. Those are your emotions, and you need to take care of those, and you need to regulate them, and you need to reassure yourself and make yourself feel better because I didn't do anything. Okay? Constant reassurance, or they will abandon you, or they will abandon their work, or their home and move, or relationships with other people, or you. The grass is always greener somewhere else with a borderline. And when they go there, it was better back there, and they go back. Okay? We know this push-pull game that they play. Yeah? And it comes out in different ways of literally leaving, sabotaging, or staying there and need constant reassurance. Okay? They may go back to, they have suitors. A lot of borderlines will have suitors, people that they tell, I'll be with you someday. I can't right now because of because of the person I'm with right now, even though they're abusing me, and I'll leave them someday. Just please wait for me. Please help me. Yeah, they will. They'll have people that want to give them attention, that want to be in their life. No, 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 no. Or they go back to an ex. Okay? This leave, break up, or fight, and getting back together is what causes dependency. Think of other dependencies like drugs or alcohol or sex or gambling, right? Win, it's exciting, lose. Drink, it's a stimulant, then it's a depressant. You get high from drugs and it's our feel-good hormones go up and they go down, okay? This causes dependency, guys. This is why you're at the end of a relationship with a borderline and you're like, I don't understand why I'm in this anymore, but I want them back. I can't be without them. I can't not answer the phone. I have to reply. I don't know why. And it's very similar to somebody with a bad drug addiction. After many years, it's not glorified anymore. It's not fun anymore. It doesn't feel good anymore. You have to understand that the highs and the lows in any dependency over time, the highs don't get as high. The hormones don't feel as good anymore. The lows get lower and lower and lower. So when a borderline relationship has gone through its term, as long as it's going to take, now we are at a very dysregulated borderline. And we're also at a borderline where you don't excite them anymore. You aren't making their hormones go woo 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 anymore. So they are going to stop idealizing you and start accusing you because they can't look at themselves. You are responsible for everything, just like a parent. They parentify you. Okay? We care for them, but they self-sabotage. Yeah? Impulsivity. Remember, impulsivity has undesirable outcomes, and that's where they self-sabotage. Think of a child that has no idea what else to do to get what they want from a parent, and they know the parent cares for them, so they threaten to hurt themselves. I'll take my own life. I'll quit my job. We're screwed. I'll go back to my ex. I'm going to move far away. These push-pull behaviors are unconscious efforts, frantic efforts to stabilize emotions and regulate, okay, by seeking external sources. And many of the accusations, and especially at this point, is tons and tons of projection. I can't accept and handle or manage these parts of myself, and you do it. It's you. You're the bad person. I feel bad about myself. You're the bad person. I'm a victim, and you need to constantly reassure me and help me. They will go to other people, seeking external source for stability. And you will be constantly idealized and devalued until you stop it. This can be extremely strong dependency. And I've seen the exploitation at this point in relationships get awful. Where you're financially being exploited, and they're going to sabotage and ruin things. They'll smear campaign, try to get you to lose your job. They don't know what they're doing at this point. And a lot of you will be confused and think this is some type of crazy sociopath that's planning all my demise. No, they cannot. All they're trying to do is feel better, and they have no idea how to do that themselves. And it's up to mommy and daddy to do that for me, which could be anybody, any of you. And if I feel bad, it's your fault. Make me feel better. And if you made me feel bad and it's your fault, you're a narcissist, you're bad. It's a 6-6 cycle. I know many of you have been through this, going through this now, or you're about to. Seek help, seek support, professional help, get friends, anything you can do. Step outside of these relationships, evaluate them. Okay? Anybody need help with anything, you can find me at daviddemars.com. I'd appreciate a thumbs up on this video if you guys liked it. If you do, tell me why. Ask questions. I'll answer every single question you guys have. And I love your examples. Please share your personal examples that you feel comfortable sharing, because it helps people. It helps people validate their feelings so they don't feel crazy, so they don't feel like it's all their fault, like they're the borderline, or that they're a narcissist, or that they're abusive. It gets that complicated. It gets that confusing. So your comments really help people. I know they do. Thank you, everybody. Love yourself first. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.